When I returned to WWE, I knew not everyone was going to be thrilled. Drew McIntyre made it clear to everyone watching that he was one of those people with an axe to grind. I don't know, maybe it's jealousy that I could be gone for over a decade and still have fans talking about me while he was on top. But then at the 2024 Royal Rumble, Drew nearly took it all away when his future shock DDT tore my tricep. So instead of competing at WrestleMania, I had to sit and watch. But I still managed to get involved.
Punk just dropped McIntyre on the table!
And then again at Clash in the Castle.
Oh my God! The balls of CM Punk!
And again at Money in the Bank, ruining Drew's cash-in.
Punk with the title to the face of McIntyre!
Good times. But I was finally cleared to return to action shortly after, and now we could finally settle things in the ring. SummerSlam saw him victorious after some truly atrocious officiating from Seth Rollins, but I get my payback at Bash in Berlin when I beat him in a grueling strap match. That put the series at 1-1, with both of us looking to attack the other whenever possible. Now this chaos led to one feasible outcome. It was time for us to go to hell in a cell. Beating Drew at Hell in a Cell was brutal, exhausting, and probably took years off of my life. But getting my arm raised was all worth it. Let's go back to that night, Bad Blood 2024. Get Drew in the cell, and let's show him that you can say whatever you want to about me, but when you bring a man's dog into things, that's a line you do not cross.
Drew McIntyre steps inside Hell for the third time in his career.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 275 pounds, Drew McIntyre!
He's yet to win this matchup. Most notably, he lost the WWE Championship to Randy Orton in the Cell 4 years ago. Tonight, Drew McIntyre hopes to end that losing streak and CM Punk's career. You know, Corey, another interesting statistic. Drew McIntyre made his premium live event debut 15 years and 1 day ago. Ironically, in the Hell in a Cell premium live event. Oh, how Drew McIntyre has come so far from that day.
It has been a complete transformation since those days. This is a vengeful Scottish psychopath before us now, and I don't think anyone has given reason for Drew's wrath more than CM Punk.
It was 27 years ago to the day in St. Louis when the Hell in a Cell structure first surrounded the ring. The Undertaker faced Shawn Michaels in an epic battle. Since that night, Hell in a Cell has made history.
It's made history while simultaneously tearing flesh, shattering bodies, ending careers, and altering lives.
You can see by the look in McIntyre's eyes, he has one mission here tonight: to end CM Punk for good.
His career is 2-2 in Hell in a Cell matches, but this is his first time in the cell in nearly 11 years. Right here in Atlanta, CM Punk actually had a Hell in a Cell match and walked out victorious.
Yeah, but with all the disdain between Punk and McIntyre, I will be surprised to see anybody walking out of this structure in one piece tonight.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
And there's really no room to mince words. These men want to end each other's careers. They want to maim each other. They want to send each other to the hospital.
Well, if sending your opponent to the emergency room is the prime objective, I can't think of a more suitable setting. Punk has to tap into that side of himself tonight if he wants to walk out of the cell, or out of Atlanta at all. He said that Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
McIntyre said earlier, this is not going to be a classic. This is not going to be cinema. This is going to be mutually assured destruction.
Hate is a word we don't use a lot around WWE because there's a certain amount of respect between most competitors, but there is no other word I can use to describe what CM Punk and Drew McIntyre have for each other.
These two have vowed to destroy each other, to end each other's careers here at Hell in a Cell.
The final match in an epic trilogy. I don't know if either of them is going to be able to survive tonight. Followed by a bulldog headlock. We've had the opportunity to talk to some of the legends who have been in Hell in a Cell over the years. You ask a guy like The Undertaker, Wade, who's been inside this structure 14 times in his career. Every time he left, he was never the same.
That in and of itself is nothing short of miraculous. I doubt that record will ever be topped.
And how long can you last? How deep can you dig? How long will you be locked in this structure? You ask guys like Triple H and Shawn Michaels who had the longest ever Hell in a Cell match in over 47 minutes. Will Punk and McIntyre go longer than that tonight? There it is! Reversal! Back into the ring now. Roll up here. Easily kicks out of that one. Too soon.
Hold on. Is he thinking of a submission here?
Incredible display of power with that move.
You can tell that's locked in.
Escape and a takedown.
Early in this match, and these two have already unleashed some pretty heavy artillery on each other with no signs of relenting.
With the amount of absolutely visceral hate Punk and Drew have for each other, I think this match is going to need to be stopped before either of these men give up.
Lands face first.
This is not wholly unfamiliar territory, psychologically speaking, for CM Punk. If you look
up high.
Oh, nobody home for that one.
Sent out of the ring the hard way. Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell.
Caught with a punch. Bang! Man, Punk's face is really starting to show the damage of this match.
CM Punk stopped that in its tracks. It all began last November with the return of CM Punk. And that ticked off a lot of superstars, including Drew McIntyre, who believed Punk wanted to kill this business. And CM Punk had no business being back in WWE, the company had buried for a decade. And that has driven us to tonight, in the final match in this trilogy between Punk and McIntyre. Slides under the ropes, back into the ring. Punk scaling the turnbuckles. Oh! Looking to explore every inch of hell here now. Fine uppercut.
That'll cost some teeth. Big punch finds its mark.
Landing the uppercut.
Oh, God.
He just broke right through the cell.
This has turned into a train wreck. The absolute brutality we're witnessing here is inhuman.
And he's heading up the cell.
You knew this was coming.
As insane as this is, it's also about sending a message. It's about saying, I'm crazy enough to do whatever it takes. This is a man possessed. He's just being reckless. climbing the cell, and he makes a bad situation even more dangerous.
Ooh, he fends that off.
Series of counters here. Who will finally capitalize?
Picked up and being carried around now. He's still crashing through the cell.
If this match somehow continues, I don't know how much fight he's going to have left in it.
Ooh, into the turnbuckle. Down to the mat. Perched up top. Diving knee drop. And another climb. He's making a statement here.
From above!
From the top. Diving double axe handle. Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact. And the action is shifted now into that dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell. And Punk making his way back to the ring.
Oof, hitting him with that wrench.
And he is busted open now. He may need medical attention and soon.
So much disdain from the top.
Oh, what a splash! And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
McIntyre tempted the devil inside the Second City Saints, and he's paying for it now.
Up and bang! Beautiful. Right into the cover. It's unthinkable. Someone beating the 1 count at this point.
Oh, he had the wherewithal to counter McIntyre.
It's never been a matter of self-preservation with anybody I've seen step in the ring with CM Punk. McIntyre has made it abundantly clear he wants to end Punk's career, ruin Punk's life.
And Punk now lifting his opponent up and back. Go to sleep. No way Drew's getting up now. Punk's had enough. He's looking to end this here. Down with the GTS.
It's all Punk's for the taking. Punk and McIntyre might be setting a whole new standard of brutality in this business.
Fighting like there is no tomorrow because for one of these men, there might not be. Drew anticipates.
Claymore connects. McIntyre goes into the cover. This could do it. What? You've got to be kidding me.
Simply unreal. Potentially inhuman. Kicking out at one. How on earth?
The Scottish Warrior thought he had his opponent's number there, but he was sorely mistaken.
Follows it up with a clothesline.
And let's not forget the obsession Drew McIntyre had with Punk and what Punk has cost McIntyre on a number of occasions. That being the World Championship. And here we go. Locked in. It's locked in. And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
Major shock.
Drew has to be looking for that kill shot right now. He has Punk right where he wants it.
Here we go.
Oh, man, he landed rough there. Oh, what an axe handle. We all knew this wasn't going to be a 5-star wrestling.
About to be locked in. Here we go, guys. And he locks in a perfectly applied and he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
Reorientating them in the corner here.
And the Bulldog. He's heading back to the ring.
Climbing the turnbuckles to the top.
Blast off! Wow!
Crossbody!
Boom.
Catches the kick.
Dragon screw. Arm is trapped. Crossface submission. Will they tap? This is a bad spot. He's all tied up in that hold.
Testing the thresholds of pain tolerance. A tap out could be imminent.
His arm's trapped in the crossface, but he's able to shift his weight and now fighting his way out.
What resilience.
CM Punk now connects with a Uranagi and textbook CM Punk.
Not sure what he's thinking. Letting go here. Bam! Just beat down with that wrench.
Remember, that is completely legal. It is distasteful, but it's highly effective, and all the wind knocked out of Punk's sails.
Who cares about being tasteful when you're locked inside of Hell in a Cell, Wade? Drew McIntyre came here to destroy Punk once and for all.
And now McIntyre going to introduce the steel steps into this matchup. The Scottish Warrior, this Terminator, just destroying Punk.
Well, you wanted hell, Punk? You're getting hell. You are locked in there, no escape, and your demise may be imminent.
Punk trying to summon the will to continue, and what does McIntyre have inside of that little bag, gentlemen?
I can only imagine what this sicko has in mind.
The Scottish psychopath cooking up something dastardly, no doubt.
Oh my God, the disrespect.
Adding insult to injury.
Those are the beads of Punk's bracelet.
We're the beads of Punk's bracelet. And McIntyre now looking to just finally put Punk away.
No! McIntyre might have just broken his back.
Oh God, the sharp edge of that steel digging in to the lower back of McIntyre, who may be crippled. And now with the upper hand is CM Punk.
This is one of the most brutal matches I've ever witnessed inside Hell in a Cell.
Punk trying to shove those beads down McIntyre's throat. Here it comes, the end.
GTS connects. Cover off the go to sleep by Punk. And he got him. What a win, what a match.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
CM Punk earned this victory.
Such a drawn-out, heated rivalry, but finally conquering McIntyre is CM Punk.